What's going on, ladies and gents? This is Dorian.
And this is a very worried Miss MVP. How are you guys doing? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy post-Thanksgiving. This is...
Anybody gotta know it's post-Thanksgiving. You tell everything.
So what? I gotta be honest with my people.
I just said happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays there. We'll keep it even.
See? Taco shaming all over again. And who was it that supported me on my taco? I appreciate you. Who was it?
Miss Mel Smith. Mel Smith.
Mel Smith, thank you. Send me your information. I'm going to send you a goodie bag. The sour cream goes on tacos, baked potatoes, chili, and nachos. We are in there. Is there anything else that you need to say about taco shaming before we move on?
No,
with more pressing issues.
No, not at all. I
asshole
got it all out, that episode, and like I said, it wasn't even taco really shaming. It's just that we were just talking about one specific topping for tacos. One specific topping. That's it.
I want what I want when I want it.
And that works for you. All I'm saying
is... And that's all that is about at this moment with me and my taco. Shit.
So at all, you cannot have... So if you're Mr. Sour Cream, point blank period, you cannot have a taco, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll leave it at that then.
I won't eat my nachos without sour cream, but it won't taste right. Only because...
It's the same thing.
Because I don't eat hard shell tacos. Can't have some shit nachos.
Touche.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything else?
No.
All right.
And welcome everyone to season 2 of the Convos In The Park podcast. That is Miss MVP. I'm Dorian for our day ones. We appreciate y'all. For our new listeners, you're going to be in for a ride. I'll just leave it at that.
Just bring the sour cream. I got everything else. Bring your own sour cream.
Oh, boy. Okay, other than the tacos, Miss MVP, how are you today?
I'm all right. It's Iron Bowl, and I'm nervous as shit. It's quadruple overtime. Never have I ever. I'm going to be drunk. I mean, like... 10 pounds of wine in final. Alabama won by 2, quadruple overtime, 24-22. Nice game, guys.
Now it's a sports podcast.
Yes. I'm sad. All right, it's over with. How was your Thanksgiving? Shit.
My Thanksgiving was pretty chill. Didn't do much. It was a immediate family Thanksgiving. Just kept it, within us, my parents and my daughter, and that was pretty much it. And we ate. Mm-hmm. I relaxed. My daughter was fine with.
Did your daddy cook collard greens?
Yes, he did.
And you ain't bring me none.
My bad.
Ooh.
No. It wasn't collards. It was
turnips. I don't want them. They stringy.
It was turnip greens this time. Yeah. Turnip greens,
Tell
ham.
You gotta do better.
Turnip greens, ham, turkey, stuffing, sweet potatoes, and potato salad.
I had most of that. We didn't do greens. I did black eyed peas. I didn't do turkey. I did smothered turkey wings.
Ooh, okay.
All them bitches gone. I had like 9 of them. I swear to God. That little 6-year-old I got, she tiny, but she's a human vacuum cleaner.
She put them back like that?
She ate 4.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, Miss Bria did a thing then.
She loves turkey, baby. She like to eat. But anywho, did you have any unknown but known family members to avoid for Thanksgiving?
No, because we spoke about family before on the podcast. But yeah, Thanksgivings have not been the same in several years. Not since my grandmother and my aunt passed. Mm-hmm. It has not been the same. It's usually with everyone doing their own little pocket thing of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But Yeah. What about you?
Nah, they know I don't do drama. I'm real nice, nasty when it comes to cussing people out. You know, I'm the rudest, nicest motherfucker you will ever meet. Okay.
Yeah, and yes, don't want to cross that side too many times.
No, I mean it's just I let you hang yourself before I hang you. That's all. That's it. One of my cousins, she lives in Pensacola. She reached out to me. She cooks and bakes like I do. And my other cousin, he reached out to me. He has a 20 or I think he's about to be 21, a 16 or 15-year-old, and then his two nephews are 18 and 19, 17 and 19. And I'm like, you gotta feed all them plus your grandson. Good luck with you. He was like, yeah, I gotta make like 10 pies. So yeah. So, you know, it was like you said, everybody doing their own thing. My niece, she's home. They were stationed in Alaska for several years, so she didn't come home for Thanksgiving a lot. So she's home, and families and stuff like that want to see him. But for the most part, I just chill. I tried to take a nap, but I couldn't.
Why couldn't you?
I just can't.
Oh.
You know, I can't sleep like that.
Yeah.
I only sleep 2 hours at a time.
I get my naps in whenever I can. I'm old.
Yeah, you do.
I'm old. I embrace it. If I can get a nap in.
Look, I fall asleep fast, but I don't stay asleep long. So, yeah. So, that's all good, though.
Oh, yeah.
I read today where it's sad. It's very sad. As we know, Young Dolph got murdered. And it was a young man. I don't remember his name. He ended up being murdered because he was making jokes about Young Dolph's murder. And I'm like, Memphis, what you doing?
Yeah. I don't get it. And, you know, we've lost so many rappers. I won't even say rappers, but we've lost so many black men during this period. And it seems like the most that we lose them during this period is while they are in their hometown. We never hear of anything crazy, you know, while they're out. And it seems like people have more love for them, you know, everywhere else than in their hometown. I mean, same as can be said about, it's a little iffy. I can't remember all the details about XXX I can't remember if he was shot at home.
He was in his driveway, I think.
Yeah. Then, Dolph and Nip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's ridiculous. And
because they feel like you let your guard down a little bit more when you're in your hometown, I believe.
I mean, but honestly, you should be able to leave your guard down because, I mean, that's your hometown. That's where you're supposed to, got your starting and your most love from. But it seems like, we just can't get it that way anymore. I don't even say it's the crabs in the barrel mentality, but it's like, and it's mainly with the black community, the impoverished black community, where it seems like we hate the most on the person that has the most shine in us. Yeah. And
thinking somebody owe you something.
Yeah, and then, and then you get stories of, someone making it and then never coming back to the hood is because the second they come back, then, some people have the jokes about, you think you're too good for the hood now.
Like everybody who I grew up with that lived on our little dead end street, we communicate with each other, but it's a handful of us. It had to be about 30 people on our street who we grew up with. Right. It's a handful of us, literally, that still associate with the street. Only because, parents or whatever still live there. Yeah. My parents don't live on that street anymore, but it's about, I want to say 3 and 2 on the other side of the street that live behind houses and stuff like that. Only because their parents are still there. Everybody else, because we knew where we came from, and we knew like, okay, shit, we did that already. Let's move on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We didn't come from bad, but we didn't come from a great start either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of us are doing excellent for ourselves. And it's just, fuck it.
Yeah, that's just one thing I will never understand. And hopefully one day we'll be able to get it right and we'll be able to move on from these situations. Because, I mean, just between Dolph and, like I said, I didn't hear much of his music, but the things I did hear about him other than music were good, you know, real estate and everything else. And it's just like, you know, he was trying to do better for himself. Same with Nip. Nip was bringing, you know, putting money back into the hood to make it better for everyone else. But yet, that, you know, someone had to gun him down. And it's just like, why would you gun down someone that's bringing money back into the areas and trying to make it better in the areas that we live in? Why wouldn't you want someone to be
because
around?
they didn't either hire them or put them on?
That's ridiculous. Everyone doesn't. And I was speaking with one of my technicians last week, and it was kind of the same thing. You know, we spoke about people feeling entitled.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that kind of goes along the same line where, you know, like you said, if someone felt like, oh, they didn't give me a shot, or they didn't do this, they didn't do that, you know, then they got the utmost hate for them. And it makes no sense to me. That's like, for me, back when I was on the block of McBride, you know, it was, we had some local rappers that was, you know, doing their thing to get on. And it was just like, you know, just because I was I love hip hop and rap, and it was just like, okay, well, I figured that I could, you know, I thought I had some skills, so I figured, you know, just go to them, hey, put me on. Oh, no, they won't feel me like that. And it wasn't like, okay, I took any hate for them. It's like, okay, well, if y'all don't, you know, if y'all not feeling me, then that's fine. I'll find my own lane. And most people, you know, some people would do that, but then once they get into that lane, or they, you know, they've done better than the other person, then they start throwing more hate. And it's like, why even put yourself in that position to do that?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like when we were talking to Tamika, she was like, reach across. I can't remember who she talked to. I think she said Issa.
Yeah.
Or she heard Issa Rae say, reach across and grab somebody. Don't reach back, reach across. At least you know that they already have something to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Not saying that the people don't, if you have to reach back or reach down. Not saying that they don't, but you already know that this person put in the work. They know your grind. They will respect your time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
At that moment, you may not have time to teach or train. But, you know, everybody has their own opinion about stuff. But, you know, rest in peace, Young Dolph. I heard his music years ago, because I was like, Young Dolph, like, what the hell kind of name is that? I'm talking about years ago. This was before my oldest child was born. And his dad he was like, you ought to listen to Young Dolph, because he put me on Young Dolph and Yellow Wolf and Logic. Like, all of them came out around the same time. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, cool. And so I listened to him, and I was like, okay, cool. Really love Logic. Couldn't really get down with Young Dolph, but the name stuck. And I'm like, is he from Dolphin Knot? Is he from the island, like Dolphin Island? But I didn't even know his name until recently. Yeah. Adolph, I think. Or Randolph. Adolph, I think.
Don't
I think it was Adolph. That's where he get Dolph from. And I'm like, oh, okay. It kind of full circle, but you know, I'm a little airhead sometimes. I don't discriminate. Screw you. Anyhow.
Is that one? Never mind. I was about to do it, but I'm not.
Do it.
No.
This is a safe space.
I was just about to make another taco joke, but
say it.
No.
Say it.
Discriminate like you do with tacos when they don't have sour cream, but continue.
You damn right. Shit. You're not gonna do this today. We can go all day with tacos.
No, let's stay away from the tacos for right now.
I just can't eat sour cream on my ceviche. It don't taste right.
Okay.
But wrap that bitch in the tortilla. What we talking about today? Let's get this shit rolling or floating.
Yeah.
Spit it out. What we talking about?
You know what? I finally took a listen to An Evening with Silk Sonic. Yeah. And I was actually surprised. I thought that, it was only, not considering the first intro, 8 songs on there. I thought that I was going to get a little tired of the whole 70s theme
No.
quickly. Actually, I did not. It kept me through the whole mentality, and it was a good listen. I'm not gonna say it was perfect, but yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna say it was not perfect either. Shit.
but it was a very good album by them.
Listen, I just, like I said a moment ago, I have a hard time falling asleep. I had an earworm. Not a physical earworm.
Oh, okay.
Disturbed people. You guys call it an earwig, but it's actually called an earworm, where a song or something keeps playing, repeating in your head.
Okay.
Smoking out the window. I couldn't go to sleep. Every time I lay my head on my pillow, this bitch got me. I just tap my forehead like, okay, night shift. Stop your shit. It's time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But after last night is my joint.
Yeah, I was guessing. Yeah, after last night is a good one. I was just looking back through the song list. Because like I said, whenever I play an album, I don't try to focus on the album list, and I just want to get the whole vibe. And yeah, I want to say after last night, I did like Flies Me.
Yeah, Flies Me is good. All of it is good. 777 is great.
But the biggest stick out for me, I want to say, was I ended up playing Blast Off more.
Yeah, Blast Off is like like Prince's Say My Name.
Yeah. Yeah, I started playing Blast Off a lot more once I went through. I just, of course, I did the whole first listen, didn't skip. Just try to get the whole experience. And it was just like, okay, when I went through it again and I played it again, it was just like, okay. After the second listen, Blast Off just kind of stuck with me, and I started playing that one more and more and more.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. Blast Off reminds me of Prince, Say My Name. It's real sexy. After last night is like you met this dude at the club or a female at the club. I've never done this, but I've seen movies. and it's like a one night stand, but then you can't get rid of them, like that scene in Harlem Nights, like when he called it Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah.
He called his mom, I'm never coming home. Like, shit, after last night, I think I'm in love with you. Like, I know it, but go on. Shit. So, yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Smoking Out the Window by far has to be the song of the year to me. But I could be wrong. I haven't heard all the songs. I could be wrong.
I mean, but even more than Leave the Door Open?
Well, technically Leave the Door Open came out last season.
Yeah, but even still, if you read... No, why didn't you say last season?
Well, last award season. That's what they go by.
Yeah, I don't even go by the award stuff.
I'm talking about song of the year, so I am.
Yeah.
So, Leave the Door Open was great. It was like, the introduction to Silk Sonic, although they have been working on this. This song is 5 years old. I listened to an interview, Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Okay.
And they said it was 5 years.
Wow.
Anderson was like, he basically stalked Bruno. And they did the song. And then they finally was like, people kept asking, like, when y'all gonna do something? And they did something, and they never did put it out. And when they finally put it out, it was amazing. And people were like, where's the album? Like Tiana Taylor said, the album. Here it is. So it was kind of surprising that it was phenomenal, to say the least. Like, if they do not put out anything else, I won't be mad.
Yeah.
It's like it was an open and a close. Blast Off was the close.
Yeah.
Boosie closed the door. He was like, all right, niggas, go to sleep.
Yeah, but it does lead me to think, they stuck to a certain style when it came to this album. I would be more interested to see Anderson .Paak be himself like he is on like Oxnard and his other releases. And the
What do you
drums
mean
and
be
everything.
himself?
Well, I don't mean be himself, but like the styles that he had on those albums. I would like to see that mixed with Bruno.
Like raw drums, okay.
Yeah.
I think he used Bruno's band with this. Because I didn't see the Free Nationals in the couple videos that he had, and that's his band.
Yeah.
So I didn't see them, but they could have been. I don't recall seeing them.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just something I was thinking of after letting the album sit for a bit. It was just like, I wonder if like just hearing a mix of Anderson .Paak's previous albums with a Bruno kick to it, how would that sound? Vice, something, a theme.
Anderson and Kendrick have a good chemistry. They have several songs together.
Oh yeah.
That I love. So let's talk about what's the name of that song? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. The lyrics. The lyrics to Smoking Out the Window. I got another one I want to break down too.
Okay.
The lyrics to Smoking Out the Window are very specific. To me, every time I listen to this, I'm like, damn, who hurt you? But it's comical and it's also understanding.
Yeah.
Like the way that the song starts off is like a more modern Temptations, right? And David Ruffin is the front man, and he's singing and he's leaning and doing all that, smoking his cigarette, whatever he got to do. But Bruno leaned in and said, "This bitch got a badass kids running around my crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese." He bent in and said he meant that.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything like they are saying in this song? By the way, this video was directed by Bruno Mars and somebody else. So, yeah. Creative executive producer was Corey Fitzgerald.
Never been with someone that had badass kids, so I've never really experienced that.
Not just those lyrics.
But no, just the way.
This bitch got me paying a rent, paying for trips.
No,
diamonds on the roof.
Yeah, I've never been. I won't say a simp.
So, do you really call him a simp though?
No.
If you got it.
Okay. Now, hold on.
Take your sip of your wine. How many wines is too many wines?
Not enough. But no, okay. Now, there's a difference between someone simping and someone, okay, if you got it, ball out. Now,
it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right. But if it's someone that I've already, we say that we're in a quote unquote relationship and we're supposed to be serious about each other, then yes, I don't mind spending money. I don't mind.
But she belonged to everybody.
Exactly. That's the problem. She belongs to the streets in this one. She belongs to the streets. So if she belongs to the streets, then that's simping. Plain and simple.
But she, just the other night, she was gripping you tight, screaming, "Hercules, Hercules."
What other dude she was probably doing that with?
I ain't got nothing to do that. I went there. I was not there.
What other dude she probably faking him and calling out to?
You cannot tell. Well, I don't know.
What?
I would say y'all can't tell when it's fake and when it's not.
Oh, we can't. Okay. Continue with your lyric breakdown.
Only thing I know is real is sour cream. Y'all don't know when it's fake and when it's real. But anywho.
Okay. Yeah. We're not gonna get down that path. Continue.
The last part of the lyrics, and then I'm gonna go and get my 2 cents.
Okay.
This is what I said. Damn, who hurt you? He said, look at baby. I hope you find whatever it is that you need. But I also hope that your trifling ass is walking around here barefoot in these streets. Look out! Oh my God. I said, damn, Anderson, who hurt you? Like, that bitch need her ass whooped. In that order. I told you what night I was going to sit here and listen to. The night that it came out, I woke up early like I always do. And I sat there and I listened to that whole album. And I'm like, I love it. And I think I listened to each song 3 times before I went to the next song. Just to make sure I caught everything. I was so into the song. I didn't even see the first 2 times. I didn't even see Anderson laying on the floor. Because I was just into the song. And then so I was reading the comments and it's like, the most dramatic thing about that video is Anderson laying on the floor. What the fuck? When did I miss him laying on the floor? He says not to be dramatic, but I want to die. And I'm like, okay. So I went back after I listened to the whole album. I'm like, this nigga's really laying on the damn floor.
Yeah. The one thing I will give them throughout this whole thing is showmanship.
Yeah.
They play their parts well.
Yeah. And they interview well together. They mesh really well. And they also have their individual projects that they're also great at. Like, I went and I watched Anderson's Tiny Desk. His Tiny Desk was great. I went and watched Bruno's earlier projects. Always been a fan of his. When he was a little chubby face, big hair, singing pop music. He still sings pop music too.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I don't remember the name of the album, but when he had 24 Karat Magic.
Yeah.
And he got Chunky and Perm. Like, all of those, like, that's not only from an artist standpoint showing you how he is outside of the video. Mm-hmm. Because there's no way in hell you're going to put all that together and your brain don't think like that outside of music. When you're creative all the time. Yeah. My friend came mad at me like this. She was like, why you just can't stop and do? I can't. If I feel something that's creative, I got to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to wake up. I got to get it done because if I don't get it out, it festers. Yeah. And I feel incomplete. So I understand kind of how he feels, but that's kind of off the subject a little bit. But all of those things, the visual on it is like 10 times amazing. Yeah. And I went back and I watched Skate a couple more times and I went through those lyrics. Just like Anderson said, he said doing music with Bruno Mars is like a cheat code.
How so?
Well, you play video games. You know what cheat codes are.
Yeah.
Shit. Insert Bruno Mars. Fuck. I don't know how much more to break it down.
I was just making sure that's the route we were going down with that.
Yeah, okay. It's like a cheat code because he brings not more to the table, but he brings creativity. He brings the lyrics. He brings the writing. He brings himself, and he pushes you also. And I've watched several interviews and none of them were the same. And of course, you get the questions ahead of time and all that good stuff. But you also have the questions that the journalists will sneak in once or two. Oh, I mean, I know that background. You sneak in what you can. Yeah. And, they'll let you know if you went too far. But you have to be compatible musically and spiritually to be able to make great music. Yeah. Because at that point, the music is going to be timeless. It's going to grow. Fans are going to love it. The lyrics are going to be clear, understanding, and it's going to be great for all ages. That whole album, you don't have to clutch your pearls except for this Bitch. Nothing was vulgar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, I mean, have a parental advisor on it if need be because of that. But it was nothing sexualized.
Nothing was overly sexualized on that album.
And that's amazing these days.
True.
Because you have this one song, like, I swear, me and Candace, we talk about everything. She sent me an audio. I should play it, but I didn't get her permission first. She said, "Oh my God. I just listened to, oh damn, what was the name of that song? The Yin Yang Twins, the Whisper song, I think."
Oh Lord.
She said, "I just listened to all of that. I had to clutch my pearls." I'm saying to myself, yeah, the chorus, the second.
No, I'm just sitting back thinking though, because if you, unless she heard the
full
and not the radio,
the radio.
Okay, then
she heard the full.
That one is
I'm like, haven't you? But she didn't go when we were in college. She didn't go out with us that much. Mm-hmm. So that's when, back in the day. Back in the day, they were hitting it.
Yeah.
Them, Project Pat, Juicy J, and
Lil Jon, and
definite Lil Jon, and just they were nasty to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop from my balls. All these bitches crawl. Skeet, 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 skeet. Skeet, 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 skeet. That's a lyric. You have to turn the radio down, try to find a whole nother station, snatch the CD out, whatever you gotta do. Press pause, anything.
Yeah.
But with this, An Evening with Silk Sonic, baby, listen. Get your grown man, grown woman on, turn the lights down low, have the TV on, but put it on mute with the music blasting with your wine glass on, laying across your wine glass on, laying across the couch, and just let it take you out, blast off to another. What? He said, I took a little something to get here. Yeah. I be like, I did too.
You know what? With you describing the album like that, the vibe that it reminds me of is like D'Angelo, Brown Sugar.
Never.
I mean, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, I'm not saying it's on the same tier as Brown Sugar. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is...
Because I come to defense for D'Angelo.
Oh, no. I ain't coming for D'Angelo. Trust me, I love that album.
Black Messiah.
I love that album. But, no, what I'm saying in reference to that is... I remember my first time listening to Brown Sugar, and it was like, it was one of those albums where even you could play it, and especially with me growing up in my Lydia house, I could play that.
Put that bitch on mute and listen to it.
No, I could play that song, I could play that album almost to the T and not have any issues without, getting complained about, except for shit damn motherfucker. That one I skipped.
Damn motherfucker.
I felt them on that one, but no, like just something to where you can play and ease back and just relax and vibe.
I'm gonna tell you who album it puts me in mind of. Instant Vintage. Raphael Sadiq.
Okay.
It puts me in mind of that. And like I said, Prince is Say My Name.
Yeah.
I can get down with that, but that Instant Vintage, since you said that, because that song You Should Be Here with D'Angelo is on Instant Vintage. And I'm just like, Instant Vintage. Hello. But yeah, I mean, like 777. 777 is a faster beat.
Yeah.
And in one of the interviews, Anderson was doing something, and Bruno had told him, because they asked him why wasn't more songs on there. He said, because Bruno told me no more rapping. This shit was so funny. And he called him Andy. I thought they think that's so cute. He said, he told me no more rapping, so that's the only one that's... I was like, okay, yeah, they cool friends.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's grown and sexy. You could put that on and go.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about blasting it on Saturday morning, cleaning up. Got your kids around. You got, they didn't heard the word BITCH before.
Yeah, but I'm saying this area, if they haven't heard, at least that word, then
Tell you like this. Play An Evening with Silk Sonic. Who is Jill Scott? On repeat.
Jilly from Philly.
Who is Jill Scott? I'm not going to say it's her best, but it's her best.
Oh, yeah.
And then An Evening with Silk Sonic is kind of right there. And I'm sorry if you younger folks don't understand the passion that she put in that goddamn album. But yes. Oh, I can talk about that shit all night, but we ain't gonna do that yet. Are we?
But
we're not gonna do that yet.
I mean, we can, because like I said, you got the Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott. And
prove it.
Now, who is Jill Scott plus 826? Now, that's the better version of the album.
The remastered version.
The remastered version where she did the whole album live.
Yeah, live.
Yes.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that is the better version.
I'm gonna say the better. Knocking. I won't say the better because
even you get a better experience.
You get a good experience, but it's also the studio. You hear her voice clearer because you can hear her voice great, but the audience is still singing with her on some of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't go to a concert to sing. You know what I'm saying? I go to a concert to see and hear you sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only downside to that.
But you're still getting the Jill Scott. There's not going to be a time where she's not going to sing.
No, I didn't say that.
That'll blow your mind.
Yeah. But I put those two albums together. I can go down a whole nother list. I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, as far as your grown and sexy shit,
right? That's
the one that comes to mind, besides any Maxwell albums. And the new one just dropped. That Tuxedo Paint is coming back out.
I should have known Maxwell was going to get brought up in there.
Sorry. I won't talk about it.
But no, I get it, though. But to stay on the music side of things, we were kind of having a sidebar conversation about soundtracks.
Yes.
And
sorry, my voice got real deep and creepy.
And of course, when we was talking about it, some of the ones that popped in my mind, like I know for me, the first soundtrack that I purchased and listened to was Boomerang. Now, when most people, usually bring up soundtracks, first one most women bring up is now I can't even think of it.
You said Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale, yes. Yeah, they'll definitely bring that one up because of Mary's Not Gonna Cry. It's one of the standouts on that soundtrack. But then, there's also like I said, Boomerang, Soul Food.
They did nothing for me. Boys to Men made me cry on Soul Food. So no, once you made me cry, we gotta fight out first. We gotta fight it out. Oh, Mama, shit, Mama makes me cry to this day. Soul Food been out 100 years. Let Mama come on. Hell no. I'm changing the radio, flipping the song. No, hell,
Yeah.
No, Mama, no.
What's your standout soundtrack?
We were talking about soundtracks earlier, and I named a couple of them. Best Man.
Oh yeah, you did. You did say that, yeah.
Best Man soundtrack was great. Best Man Christmas. And Tyler Perry's Family Reunion. It's something about number one, Johnny Gill. Number two, who? Yeah. Number two, it's something about a well-scored movie that does something to me, where sometimes I will forget everything about that movie just to find out what song. I have to know what was going on from a creative side for that person to put that song with that scene.
Gotcha.
And it could be a song that's been out for years. Like, I was watching something with my son earlier, and Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls came out. They were nowhere near water. They were like almost in like the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nothing, just a 2-lane road. And it was, don't go chasing waterfall. And I'm like, okay. But then the conversation picked up to where I'm like, oh, okay. He was explaining something on blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And now I can focus on the movie. This is how my brain breaks down stuff.
Gotcha.
Best Man Christmas. I cannot listen to that soundtrack without crying. I can't. I've tried. Fail. Miserably. I don't listen to it except for during Christmas holidays. And I understand why the suicide rate goes up during the holiday.
Yeah.
Not even to be somber. Christmas music is not happy. Except for Mariah Carey Christmas album that you don't like.
Let's not, yeah. Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Christmas music is okay. Like, sorry about that, guys. It's my wine glass. Timeless Christmas music, like Let It Snow, Boyz II Men.
Mm-hmm.
I know you hate it. You're tired of it.
I don't mind.
You want it to be redone. It's time for new.
Yes, it is time for new.
It's time for new anime and new video games. It's the same shit, same console every year, just a clearer picture.
No, the games are always different.
Bullshit.
Okay, now, you say that, but yeah, if you're someone that just sees Call of Duty,
Call of Duty, I ain't played that.
or Madden, or
Listen.
NBA 2K, or something like that, then yeah, you can say, yeah, it's the same thing.
Let me tell you the last video game I played.
What's the last video game you played?
It was 2K 1999.
That don't even make sense.
No, it don't. No, it was NCAA 1999.
Okay. NCAA, okay.
My team I always play with was Duke.
Blue Devils, yeah, can't go wrong with that.
And that was the last video game I played, besides when my son made me play Legos.
But see, I mean, that's understandable.
And The Incredibles.
Yeah.
And that shit is hard. I get up and I be like, I'm press X, mama. I'm pressing X, and I have to sit back and like, okay, there go X, I go to triangle, like I'm hitting it. Mom, give me your controller. I'm like, well, he'll do this then. But now I understand when I used to try to get my mom to come play Super Mario Brothers with me, how she used to hold the controller and try to jump. That shit was so funny to me. And my sister be like, Mom, you ain't got to throw the controller, but I understand it now.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I used to try and get my mom to play Super Mario with me. I was just like, you know what, Mom, let's just play Duck Hunt.
Yeah, that shit was easy. Point and shoot. My daddy used to be sitting over there drinking Slip Small Liquor Bull or some Paul Masson, laughing his ass out. We like, grab a control. He like, y'all know I can't do that shit. My thumb's too fast. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's the same stuff over and over and over. And I don't even know how we got on video games. But it's the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But not music.
Yeah, but to get back to the soundtracks,
Maxwell. Anything with Maxwell. That tuxedo pant. Black Summer Night String.
you know, besides Above the Rim,
Nope.
you know, that's still one of my favorite soundtracks.
I may know several songs on there, but I
And then
can't pinpoint.
Boomerang. But the two that stand out to me the most, and I guess it's just from a hip hop kind of side to it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie about basketball called Soul in the Hole,
Mm-hmm.
and that soundtrack came out, and I just loved that soundtrack because I mean it was just mainly hip hop, but it was the right artist at the time because it was Exhibit on there, it was variety. It wasn't just
Wu-Tang, Dead Prez.
yeah. Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
Dead Prez was on there. So yeah, it was Big Pun was on there.
I ain't a player, I just crushed a lot. Shit, it's my favorite one.
But no, just the variety in that, you know, just stuck out to me the most for that soundtrack. And then Brown Sugar just had Mos Def all over it. So, and I was, you know, Mos Def was in his prime back then. So it's just like, it just stood out. Then, of course, it went back and gave tribute to the old school with Airbnb and Rakim, Paid in Full, the extended cut. Black Alicious was on there. Rest in peace to Gift of Gab. Again, it was just another soundtrack for me that was just a variety of hip hop that showed, it wasn't just, the gangster and the pop stuff that, everyone heard. So yeah, those are the two of my most favorite soundtracks to me.
My favorite one that I can listen to over and over. We're not even talking about Love Jones because you tried to ruin it. It's like tacos and sour cream all over again. You tried to, but it's not. That was a great soundtrack.
Yes, it was.
But it's not my favorite. Love and Basketball was great. But my favorite still has to be Best Man. And it's not, I don't know, maybe I was just into writing a little bit more when those came out, or I was at a point to where the lyrics touched me a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. And I'm sure there's other movies out there whose soundtracks I enjoy also, but they can't come to the forefront right now.
Right.
But yeah, those are the ones. I can literally listen, put in But It's Family Reunion soundtrack in right now and sing it from the front to the back, except for the Brian McKnight song, which I like. And I hate him.
Nah, yeah, I've never took a listen to any of the Tyler Perry
Challenge accepted
soundtracks. I haven't. It like I said, it to me it was just like once because soundtracks got big in the 90s.
Yes.
And then by the time I want to say 2000, I think the last soundtrack the last soundtrack I paid attention to was Brown Sugar, and that's because I went out, saw the movie, and then saw the movie. It's like, okay, I just got to see if these songs that Mos Def was doing was going to be on the soundtrack, and of course they were. So it was just like, okay, that was bang for the buck for me. But yeah, after that, it was just like you've never heard much about too many soundtracks after then. It seemed like it wasn't the moneymaker as it used to be.
I guess not, because they can go and find the individual songs that they like.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like when Kendrick did the soundtrack for
Black Panther.
Yeah. It was just exclusive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was fully exclusive. It was nothing that we have heard before.
Yeah.
Everything was new. He did it. It was a TDE family that did it. So it's like, okay, I can recall one or two songs, but, that's about it. But I've drank and smoked a lot since slept since then. So, sorry. So very sorry.
Yeah, it's as with anything, the times change. And, of course, the focus just happens to be different because, like I said, 90s to me, like, that's when, you had more soundtracks that sold more than albums did.
Sometimes, yeah. Speaking of, I want to find the soundtrack for the new movie with Wesley Snipes and the little guy that came out. What's his name?
Little guy?
What's his name?
Kevin Hart?
I was trying not to look at his picture. Okay. Kevin Hart. I was trying because it's right there. And I'm like, damn, what's his name? Kevin Hart. I want to see get the soundtrack for that. I think it's going to be interesting because I haven't really watched anything that he has starred in, talking about Wesley, since the second Blade. I mean, he was in Coming to America too, but he didn't have a starring role.
I can't even think of the name of that movie that he was with Sanaa Lathan in. That was a good one too that he starred in. I can't even think of the name of it right
Wesley?
now. Yeah, he was Sanaa was she was a teacher trying to become an artist, an R&B singer, and Wesley worked on houses or did like I won't say like work, but like reconstruct. I won't even say reconstruction, but like.
Okay, yeah. I've seen that one, but that was old.
Yeah, but that one, I mean, that was the last big one because before the '90s, because you could Passenger 57 and Art of War and yeah, there's a lot of movies.
They didn't come out in the 90s. It came out late 2000s, but
no, I said it. Yeah, I said it was in the 2000s when that movie came out.
you said 90s.
You
can play the audio back. We got receipts.
I was saying 90s as far as Passenger 57 and, a lot of Wesley stuff was, big in the 90s. But yeah.
But yeah, that was Disappearing Acts.
Yeah, Disappearing Acts, yeah.
Yeah, he did all right in that. But I still want to hear it first. I heard good things about that one and the one with Halle Berry. Bruised, yeah. I've heard some stuff about it, but yeah, I haven't had a chance to take a look at it since
yet.
She played Catwoman.
Yeah, it's been kind of downhill.
It's been downhill. She did okay Storm, but Catwoman, But she said something today, I saw a clip from the what's that girl name? Tamara Hall.
I don't know who you're talking about. From
the Today Show, black chick. I think her name's Tamara Hall. I'm sorry if I butcher her name. I don't know if it's Tamarin or Tamara. We can add some vowels and stuff with pronunciation where it ain't supposed to be. But she said that because it was her directorial debut, and she was saying how she's trying to present more to black people a little bit more. And she said, first and foremost, I am a black woman before I'm Halle Berry. And I'm like, you know what? She was like, and I've been told that and I've been shown that time after time after time. But we also think that because she is Halle Berry, that things come
different for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. But we all have to understand that they're biracial. That does not make it easy for them. But from Alicia Keys to Mariah Carey to Halle Berry to Keke Wyatt, like, these women have white mothers.
Yeah.
They are black women. You know what I'm saying? Zendaya and her dad and her mom are... I love Zendaya because she's not one to love Photoshop. She actually pulled an ad twice because they photoshopped her because they said that her arms looked too skinny or something else was imperfect about her and she didn't want to wear makeup and all that. She was like, pull it. She paid out a contract and all this other good stuff. She's like, my fans are not going to not love me for me. I am me. And I understand that because a lot of young girls look up to her. A lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
that's for sure.
Yeah. But that's besides the point. But yeah, they have white mothers who carried them, but on paper, there's no black, white, biracial, Asian. No. They have, you could check several boxes, but in the end, if your paper is checked Asian, Mexican, and black, you black.
Yeah, but in most cases, people like Halle Berry, Beyonce, Zendaya, Mariah Carey.
You know Beyonce, both of her parents black.
I know that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just going in the sense that, they can say that, but majority of the time they're going to get the pass just because of their celebrity. They may not have the same struggles as, say, you.
You're talking about because they're light skinned.
Well, that and again, because of their celebrity, they're going to get a pass on a couple of things that the average black woman or the average biracial woman,
but Beyonce all
they have
black.
to deal with. Okay, minus Beyonce, but the other ones that you were mentioning that are biracial, yeah, I think they're going to get a pass. They get more of a pass in life because of their celebrity. That's just my take on it.
I don't know. I think they kind of wrote off Halle Berry for a long time. I'm sorry, Halle. I think they wrote her out for a long time. I'm sorry, I was trying to read how much alcohol was in it.
Oh, man.
I was, because I saw something that I had never seen before.
Uh-oh.
It's all right. It ain't that much. It ain't that much. But yeah, it's soundtracks and An Evening with Silk Sonic and Blasting Off. Like, if y'all haven't listened to those lyrics thoroughly, if y'all go to their page, give them their hits and their listens and views. I know everybody else is trying to hurry up and get it on their YouTube page so they can get hits and all the other good stuff. But if you go to their page personally, they have the links and the downloads and all that other good stuff under their more section. And they have the lyrics, and just listen to it and read. And it's like, you had to be on a whole nother level when you put some of those sentences together, some of those bars. And it's like, damn, like when Kendra said, I'm trying to have a peace of mind without a nigga trying to take a piece of mine. Like, what? Like, I get it. Like, you putting this together now, and I don't know. Maybe I just like lyrics because I'm an Andre fan. And
no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with lyrics because I think we both are fans of lyrics here. I don't think there's any difference in that. And of course, both of us from different viewpoints, because you are a writer and I can't say that because back in the day, I did try to get into the rap game.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Some days I sit and wish I was a kid. I like that song.
Oh, yeah.
I forever like that song.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's always going to be.
That's on my Pandora right now.
That's always going to be a classic.
Always.
But yeah, like I said, both of us are fans of lyrics, so I don't think there's going to be too much of an issue with that in regards to conversations about lyrics being had. At least not here.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, if you synthesize... No, I'm just playing. I won't be so dramatic today. It was a good show today. Yeah. We had Thanksgiving drama, not... because we ain't doing it.
No.
I want y'all to know that it's okay to say no to family gatherings. I know that we, as this generation is getting older, we are having problems with getting our cousins and our aunts and the drunk aunties, that's me, together because everybody has so many different opinions and visions, and somebody did something 1,200 years ago, and everybody is still pissed, and you don't want to have anybody get upset and blah, 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 blah. I want to say to you all, you do not have to wait to the holidays to see each other. You don't have to wait to the holidays to reconcile everything. If you want to see your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, you don't have to wait on anybody's approval. If you want to clear the air, clear the air. If you want to say, okay, mama, you might not get along with your sister or your uncle or your grandmama or whoever, but I do, so I'm going. You know what I'm saying? We got to get over that. And going back to when I said the suicide rate is up during the holidays, that's because it's true. I know that I have come across people who have someone who has committed suicide. And I know I had a relative who committed suicide. And it's not a good feeling when that person hasn't had anybody in their life, friend or whomever, family member, that they could turn to and feel comfortable enough to feel vulnerable with. We are a sensitive yet sheltered and muted society when it comes to helping others, and that's not a way to go about a life. So if you know anyone who's struggling with anything, do a mental health check and just, hey, how you doing today? And listen to that person. If you know that person is trying to convince you by trying to lie to themselves that everything is right, dig deeper. Don't just let that one answer be enough and say, okay, I did my part. Because you might be the last person that person talked to. You never know what they on their way to do.
Yeah.
ask them, hey, let's go do XYZ. If you are in the same city and capable of it, hey, come meet me. Let's do this. Or I'm going to come and see you this weekend, blah, 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 blah. Give them something to look forward to. That's all you have to do. And follow through with it. You never know. You might be able to save somebody's life. This one lady who I listen to, I don't know what radio station she's on now because it's gone syndicated. Her son committed suicide. And he took his own life with pills. And I'm going to make this short as possible. They had just taken family photos like that weekend prior. And it wasn't like professional photos or anything like that. Just everybody was together. Let's take some pictures. And he was laughing. He was playing games. They were at the lake or something like that. And he was in and out of the water playing. And then because she put all the pictures up, she was like, can y'all help me figure out, blah, blah, blah. Like this was like 6 or 7 months after the fact. She was like, help me pinpoint when, and I'm going to just call him Jonah because that's not his name, when Jonah was sad. He was always happy, blah, 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 blah. Girlfriend, fiance, whoever, everything and nothing. But you never know what that person is internalizing or what they are avoiding. If they are always with you and they're never at home, something's possibly wrong. Yeah. So, I mean, just pay attention to your surroundings. Fucking put down your phone for an hour and just physically, face-to-face, talk to somebody. A lot of people don't understand how to do that. Yeah. And it's scary that we don't socialize. And I know COVID did a lot of it, but prior to COVID, we were able to socialize a little bit more, just check on people. Yeah. And I'm sorry for being long-winded, but we have to. Not just around the holidays, but the holidays seem to bring it out of people. Even more, yeah. Yeah, even more because you don't, like, I get sad during the holidays, even before my dad passed away. And I'm like, I know if I get sad, somebody who's not as strong could collapse. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I get sad because of anything bad. It's I get sad for people who are unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? So it's a total different thing with me. But if you have like somebody that's in the military, suicide rate is high for people in the military. Oh yeah, yeah, and that's one of the biggest things I was getting. I was making get your thing off, and I was just going to say at the end because one of the biggest things that we used to do, especially I know when I was in, was when it came around the holiday time, we knew there was going to be, we got a bunch of married Marines, and we know there's going to be some single Marines that end up in the barracks or because of either they didn't have the money or something happened, they won't be able to be around their families, during the holidays. So it was prime for even myself as a sergeant and, our senior leaders would definitely say, hey, look, if you don't have anywhere to go during Thanksgiving or Christmas, we do not want you in the barracks. Yeah. We don't want you to be alone. Like, but then you have people who want to be alone. Yeah, I mean, and you got those, but what we would do was if we notice, okay, all right, so let's just say for my section when I was in the Marine Corps, like I would go to my Marines and my team and be like, okay, hey, you got somewhere to go for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'm going home. You got somewhere to go for Thanksgiving? Yeah, I'm going to such and such house. You got somewhere to go for Thanksgiving? You do know it's a such thing called a liar. I know that, but you built that kind of trust with people that you would, at least have the idea that they wouldn't, lie about something to that extent. But even then, I mean, it still was nothing to just call and just verify or just, just ask around and stuff, double check. Because 9 times out of 10, if Marine's going to go around somebody's house, another Marine's going to be there. Mm-hmm. So it could be like, okay, so one Marine tells you, and then you just call the other Marine. Oh, hey, so-and-so with you? Yeah, he's right here. So, but we got to do that. We have got to get back to the point of checking on each other. My friends can't go long. I called one of my associates today. I haven't talked to her in a couple months. Well, I called her yesterday. I tried the video chatter because I didn't even think that it was Thanksgiving and she could be home. But I called her, left her a voice message and all that. She hasn't reached back out. I'll call her in another day or two. She doesn't reach out. Then I'll reach out to someone else to see, right, whatever. But I can't express how important it is. And it's not just your friends and your family. You got to reach out to the older generation as well.
True.
They are, I'm not going to say unstable, but a lot of times they feel like they done been pushed in a corner and people done forgot about them.
Yeah.
And even if you just put a damn card in the mail, that'll brighten up their life so much to, it's amazing. Keep a couple holiday cards in your car and you don't have to put a name on it or anything. Just pass them out. And it's amazing how much that might be the only thing that person gets. You know what I'm saying? And it's the little things. Dollar Tree sells them 10 for $1 in the box. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sign your name or nothing. Just, happy holidays on the card and boom. And give it out. That might be the only thing that person gave, and that might be what saved them. You just got to reach out. Don't be afraid. And it might just be the Southern Belle in me, because I know I scared somebody when I was in college. Like, why they so nice? It might just be me. But, reach out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my mental health tip. I know I hadn't done it in a while. I've been drunk, so I've been checking on my mental. Sorry.
And we all gotta, do that for ourselves. At the end of the day, we can't help each other if we're not at our best.
Definitely. It's okay to be selfish, and it's okay to say no to family gatherings, friend gatherings.
Yep.
But you just definitely gotta, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Sorry for growling.
But yeah, like you said, I think, this was another great episode down for the books. And as always, you can follow us on the socials. And if you want to send something to us or give us some feedback, hit us up on socials or email us at convosinthepark.com. And until the next time, have you had that convo yet? Why not?
Hold on, before we go.
Okay.
You hadn't done the Trailblazer.
Oh, yes. Yes, Trailblazer out the park, yes. Who we got this time?
I'm biased. You don't want me to do it. Let's see here. Trailblazer out the park goes to we're gonna go, I'm not gonna say the generic one, but it's something that's needed. It's a double negative, so it's a positive.
Okay.
Teachers. Educators.
Yeah.
It's a difference between teachers and instructors.
Yeah.
Teachers don't teach no more. They instruct. We've lost teachers. So Trailblazer out the park goes to the teachers who actually still teach. The ones who actually care. Whether you are an elementary school teacher all the way up to the higher levels, post levels, because post levels still have to teach too.
Yeah.
Not just instruct or become a professor. Because you guys were phenomenal during the pandemic. We had to drop everything and compose everything as well as still function and teach. So kudos to you, as well as our medical staff, first responders. First responders always get recognized a little bit more than the teachers do, but the teachers who are still teaching the kids who are 2 years behind to get them caught up because of the pandemic. They had a half a year and then a full year, and then on top of this current school year, they're behind. So these teachers are actually teaching 2 to 3 years of information in 9 months. Kudos to you and thank you. The teachers who don't want to teach, that just want to try to get their student loans written off, screw you. I said that. Do your job.
Yeah, that is true.
And yes, the teachers do not get paid enough. I can't say that I'm an advocate for trying to get the teachers for more pay. However, the ones that deserve it.
Yeah.
And that's my spiel. What you looking at?
Enough said. Nothing.
You are the Trailblazer out of the park. Ting. That was my smile with it. Ting.
But yeah, no, you hit it on the head. Yes, salute to the real teachers out there.
Boom, hit it on the head.
But yes. Until next time, everyone. Have you had that convo yet? Why not?
Cheers. Good night.
Catch you next time. Peace.